This essay example, as well as thousands of others, is available in text format on our website for free and without registration. Simply Google Ivy Panda Free Essays.
Transforming resources. Transforming resources in the international airport includes all staff members who check for airport activities that may jeopardize safety. The transformed help, in this case, is a clear and organized safety program. Transforming resources include training programs and trainers. Transformed resources include well-trained and competent staff. A transforming resource is a baggage screener, metal detector, security staff, or video surveillance. The changed resource is safe staff baggage. Check-in, ticket clearing, computer systems, and passport control staff are transforming resources, and the altered help in all these instances is a well-searched and prepared passenger for boarding. Another transforming resource is a bus or a moving walkway. In this case, the transformed resource is a passenger who gets to the correct airport area on time. A transforming resource is a cargo terminal facility, while the transformed help is a received import or export by an importer, exporter, or freight forwarding agent. An operations director is a transforming resource. The changed resource is a renewed or new airline lease, better customer service, and good security programs. The predominant transformed resources. The predominant transformed resources in an airport are passengers who need to get on planes with all their cargo or baggage intact. Therefore, one may assert that cargo and luggage are other predominant services the customers handle. The output of each micro-operation and its customers. Ticketing staff is one of the micro-operations at the airport. The activity's main output is customer tickets, and the main customers are the passengers who will board the plane. Dealing with travelers' queues is yet another micro-operation. The main output is getting customers at the ticket operating desk. They may either buy or confirm tickets upon reaching the desks. The customers of this operation are the passengers. Meal service and catering is a micro-operation that consists of boarding passengers, arriving passengers, and visitors as the main customers. Passport control and document checking involve traveling passengers as the main customers, and the output of these operations is cleared customers. Baggage handling entails arriving passengers as the main customers, and its main work is clearing baggage. Freight handling involves corporate or business clients as the customers, and the main output is delivered cargo correctly. Safety program monitoring involves regulatory agencies, employees, and the public as the main clients, and the primary production is a good safety program. A renewed airline, restaurant, or cyber cafe lease is a significant output, and the main client is an airline company, restaurant, or cyber cafe owner. Summary of the operations director's job. The operations director's primary responsibility is to supervise airport operations. This person must ensure that the services offered to clients are done efficiently and safely. Furthermore, one leads and ensures compliance with safety and operational rules. This entails familiarizing oneself with the applicable regulations in airport operations as stipulated in one's country. The operations director needs to analyze the long-term needs of an airport and then recommend possible changes that need to be made to comply with those regulations. In addition to this, the director must supervise and manage staff members. This entails training them or preparing them for new tasks. The latter responsibility also involves supervising engineers, personnel officers, assistant operations managers, and other workers such as clerks, receptionists, and staff security. The person needs to negotiate contracts with airlines, transportation service providers, restaurants, and other tenants that bring business to the airport. This means promoting the utilization of the airport. Additionally, an airport operations director needs to work hand in hand with state officers and environmental regulations officers in order to ascertain that labor, airplane, and other rules are followed. The person needs to handle emergencies by supervising rescue or firefighting functions and other similar activities. What Richard Hurd does each day. It is likely that Richard Hurd has meetings with aviation authorities, environmental authorities, or any other such agencies responsible for ensuring safe and adequate airport services. He may have to make phone calls to these individuals to arrange the meetings. Additionally, Richard Hurd may review various leases and agreements between the airport and its tenants. He may make arrangements with legal professionals to look into contracts that the airport may be thinking about. Richard often reviews airfield processes in order to ensure that they are complying with regulations. He will probably send emails or call engineers, contractors, and other individuals who may need to make changes when these issues crop up. On the other hand, Richard must also deal with emergencies in operations, such as plane delays or breakdown of equipment. Here, Mr. Hurd may have to liaise with engineers, suppliers, pilots, and airline administrators in order to solve the emergency. He probably spends a large chunk of his time planning for emergencies and other contingencies. Richard also looks into the services offered by airlines in order to ascertain that they meet the needs of the public. It is also likely that Mr. Hurd may spend much of his time looking at the airport budget and the level of compliance with that budget. He probably checks on his subordinates to ensure that everything is in order. If specific problems occur, such as missing staff, Richard must think of new ways of replacing the missing team. In close relation to the latter matter is the issue of labor regulations. Richard probably tackles problems with salaries and time scheduling if staff are dissatisfied with their current workplace arrangements. Relationship between day-to-day tasks and long-term issues. Richard's day-to-day tasks are in tandem with long-term issues because the coordination and meetings he engages in are done in order to meet these long-term objectives. His daily tasks involve the identification of functions so as to improve the overall operational services at the airport. Richard does not just focus on problem-solving, he also dwells on the development of processes so as to enhance the profitability of the organization. Furthermore, by talking to staff members and members of the public, Richard can also get ideas about the firm's ability to meet its long-term objectives. Besides these, Mr. Hurd also does some forecasting and planning. This makes the airport better able to link its short-term activities with the long-term needs of the company. Some of the initiatives that he instigates to meet long-term goals are training programs, environmental safety programs, and other comprehensive initiatives. These are done to make the staff and the facilities better able to handle their demands as they arise. This case study on Birmingham International Airport's operations was written and submitted by a student just like you. The Ivy Panda Samples database hosts thousands of works similar to this one, on various subjects. Visit ivypanda.com to find what you are looking for.